Hi guys, I'm gonna go ahead and go through 8-1 notes. There's a ton of resources though. You guys should have access to the online book. There's like tutors on there. You can go back to all that. And again, if there's an example on here that I don't do and you can't get the answer or something or a homework problem, go ahead and let me know and I'll easily take a video. I'm going to go through this table up here. So it's going to give us an expression, and we're going to talk about polynomials, if it's a polynomial or not, and then specify, kind of go more specific. Is it a monomial, binomial, trinomial, and then degree of the polynomial. So my first expression here is I have 3x minus 7xyz. Yes, it's a polynomial. And it says it's the sum of two monomials. So since there's only two terms, that makes it a binomial. So kind of think of mono means one, bi means two, and tricycle means three. So here we only have two terms, so it's kind of what's separated by addition. So 1, 2. And the reason of the degree of the polynomial, you want to go to the highest degree. But here, this monomial right here had three variables here. So 1, 2, 3. That's where we're getting our 3 from. So it didn't just have one variable. So that's where it gets a little bit different there. My next one, it's just a plain number there. So yes, it's a polynomial. There's nothing wrong with it. It's a monomial because you only have one term there. And the degree of the polynomial is 0 because there is no variable, which is perfectly fine. This next one is not a monomial, mainly because of this guy. You cannot have negative powers or exponents. So once you say no, it's not a monomial, you can't specify any further there, and it can't have a degree. So once you say no to polynomial, you're pretty much done. And my last one here, yes, it's a polynomial. Notice it simplifies because you can combine 4x, 1x, and 2x. So this is what it simplifies to. So it goes down to a trinomial because there's actually only 3 terms. And that's where we're getting our trinomial from. And then the degree is 3 because notice the only variable that there is x. There's not multiple variables like this one. And this x right here has the highest exponent, which is 3. So that's kind of what your degree is talking about.
Thank you for calling.
Okay, so my next one's here. Determine whether each expression is a polynomial. So that's the first thing. You're either going to say yes or no. If it is a polynomial, find the degree. Okay, so that's what we were doing here. You're looking at the powers, the exponents, and then determine, is there only one term, two terms, or three terms? Monomial, binomial, or trinomial. So 36, similar to my negative 25. Yes, it's a polynomial. The degree, there's no variable, so our degree is 0. Now there's only one term, so it's a monomial. I almost spelled that wrong. Okay. Now number 2, kind of got to think back to kind of some older stuff. When there's a variable in the bottom with a power, remember that means that that's a negative exponent. So you could rewrite this as 3q to the negative 2 plus 5. Same thing. So what did we say here? No negative exponents, so no. And once it's not a polynomial, you can't do anything else. Here, you need to simplify because 7x minus x would give me 6x plus 5. So yes, that's a polynomial. The highest degree, all we have is an x, so that would mean that would have a 1 exponent. And then there's 2 terms that mean binomial. Okay. Number 4, this one's kind of different. You can't combine because this is g squared and that's just a plain g. Nothing wrong with my power, so yes, it's a polynomial. Now remember, this is where our degree gets a little bit weird. So we have to look here. So this one has 2 and this one has 1. So 2 plus 1, my highest degree would give me 3. And then there's 3 terms. So that would mean I spelled that wrong. Trinomial. Okay. 5, you have a variable on the bottom. Right away.
Thank you for calling.
No.
Please hold for the next available representative.
And then 6, there's nothing wrong here. So yes, it's a polynomial. All we have is x. So which one has the highest power? This one does. So my degree is 2. and then there's two terms, so it's binomial. Okay. This next chunk, it says write each polynomial in the standard form. Identify the leading coefficient. So standard form, you want to go from highest exponent to lowest, okay? And leading coefficient is your number in front of, how would be the best way to put this? Number in front of the variable with highest degree or highest power, however you want to think of it. So we need to rearrange this. So because x to the fifth is my highest power. So we have x to the fifth. Next would be x cubed, and then my x squared. So that's standard form, highest degree to lowest degree. Now my leading coefficient says number in front of the variable with the highest degree. This is my highest degree, so my number in front is just 1. Okay? And then here, standard form, we want to go negative 7x to the fifth. Then we have x to the fourth. Then we have 4x cubed. And then we have 1. So this would be standard form. Now leading coefficient, highest degree is this right here. And then what's the number in the front? Negative 7. Okay, hopefully that's pretty straightforward. I'll go ahead and do 9. So 2x to the 8th is my highest power. Then I have negative 3x to the 6th. Then we have minus x to the 5th. So standard form. Here's my highest degree, so my leading coefficient would be 2, because the number in front of the variable with the highest degree. Okay, so 10 super quickly. Standard form would be negative x to the 8th plus 2x to the 7th. So leading coefficient, you're looking here, number in front would be negative 1. Okay, so then 11, I'm just going to go through these quickly. So then my leading coefficient would be 5. And then standard form here would be negative x to the 5th minus 2x to the 4th plus x plus 3. So leading coefficient is negative 4. And again, guys, if some of these aren't making sense, just shoot me a message and I'll record. Okay? So the back, we've actually done this before, so hopefully it's not too new for you guys. Notice it says find the sum or difference, so you really have to pay attention what's in between your parentheses, okay? Like these all have plus, so you're just combining. But here we have to distribute our negative and then combine. Okay, and remember they have to be identical to put things together. So, like on number 1, I like to bring things below, and they'll call this the vertical way because you're lining things up. So you have 4a, so 3a goes with 4a, and then positive 6 goes with your 5. And then you're just combining, you're adding. So 4a plus 3a would give me 7a. Negative 5, positive 6 gives me positive 1. Okay. Now here, 4x squared, that's the only x squared term, so that's not going to go with anything. That's kind of out here by itself. Doesn't go with x. And then negative 7 lines up with my 9. So we have 4x squared plus 6, that didn't get combined with anything, and 9 negative 7 gives me positive 2. Okay, now here, I'm going to go ahead and 6xy, my 4xy goes with that, because they are the same. 2y doesn't have anything, and then my negative x is going to go with my 6x. So 4 plus 6 is going to give me 10xy, plus 2y doesn't get added to anything, and 6x minus 1x is going to give me 5. So we're just combining. Okay, so when I bring this one over, negative x squared goes with my x squared, y squared goes with y squared, positive x squared, negative x squared, that's gone, so don't put anything. Y squared plus y squared means now we have 2y squared. Okay, I'll go ahead and write the answers for 5 and 6, but let me know if you're not getting that. So 5, we would go 4. Your final answer should be 4p squared minus 9p plus 10. 6, your final answer should be negative 4x squared plus 4xy plus 6y squared. These ones, guys, standard form is kind of hard to do. Like here, you could obviously do standard form, but here, like, how do you know x and y are first? I like to go think of like alphabetical, so like I should have put 5x before 2y. But like especially here when there's multiple variables, I'm not gonna get crazy about it. But here, when there's only p, you should be able to put that in standard form. I wouldn't count it wrong. Just something nice to work on. Now 7, it's minus, so we have to distribute our negative. So I'm going to put my 8p minus 5r because that doesn't change. Now distribute my negative. This turns into a positive. Okay, and there's no p squared, so I'm going to put my plus p squared here because it doesn't line up with anything. Now this is going to change to a negative, so minus 6r. And this is going to change to a positive, and there's no other numbers. Okay, so 6p squared stays. 8p stays. Negative 5, negative 6 gives me negative 11r, and then plus 3. Distribute the negative. So my first one here, I'm going to write it out because nothing happened to it. Now my negative here, this turned into a positive 2x. This turned into a positive x squared. And this turned into a negative 5. You see how I just line things up? It makes combining a lot easier. So we have 8x squared plus 1x squared gives me 9x squared. Negative 4 positive 2 gives me negative 2x. Negative 3 negative 5 gives me negative 8. Okay, so distribute your negative. Again, I'm just going to write the answers here on these bottom ones. Let me know if I need to go through any of them. So your final answer here should be negative 7x plus 1. 10, you should have 5x squared plus 4xy plus 7y squared. 11 should be 9h minus j plus 2k. And 12, 7x, 17xy squared plus 7xy. Careful, make sure things are identical. So like these guys would go together. You would add your 8xy squared over, and then you would add your 2xy over. But can't put these together because this is y squared and that's just y. Okay. Let me know if I need to go through any of them or record any of them. I'm here to help you. And then there's an 8-1 activity. That's the only thing I need back from you guys. So you can do it on a separate sheet of paper, take a picture of it, and send it back to me. If you have another creative way, go ahead and do whatever you would like. I'm good with whatever. If I were you, I would get it done Thursday or Friday. I wouldn't wait a whole week and do it. Stay on top of things. It'll make things a lot easier. Hope you guys are staying safe, and not going too stir crazy. Get outside when you can. Email me, shoot me a message if there's anything else that you guys need. That's all I have. Thank you.